Hello there, everybody. If you are not sure right now how to deal with the very interesting, quite discombobulating energies that are going on right now, you are in the right place. I'm RozyGlow. Welcome to this energy update where we're preparing for a full moon in Scorpio, and the energies are intense. So welcome those of you who are joining me. Remember that in taking part in this, I'm going to be sharing with you some tools to support you to navigate the unknown times we're in, the unprecedented times that we're in such a way that you can actually feel safe in the unknown. So we're going to be looking at a few little practices that you can do. Anyone who's joining me, please do say hello. Hi, Rosanna. Hi, Irina. And also let me know what's going on for you today, because personally, I've been feeling like there is a hell of a lot of weird energy around, very foggy energy. And it's no surprise, really. It's May Day. So for those of you who don't know, May Day in the UK, we celebrate Beltane or Beltane, and this is the day when the heavens and the earth unite and make sweet, sweet love. So this unicorn is representative of the heavens, the masculine, and I am representative of the feminine. We're going to get it on. Yeah, basically, what's this all about? Hello, everybody. You know, if you think back to the new moon, so just bear with me, we had a new moon co-creation meditation where we were basically shifting our timeline from Armageddon to paradise. And what this was all about was us being able to activate our 5D consciousness, so we no longer feel like we're soldiers of fortune, that life's happening to us. And actually what we're doing is we're co-creating our reality. So we set those seeds in the earth. Now what's happening for everybody is we are receiving lots of codes, transmissions. And what we need in order to be able to receive these transmissions is to be still. It's to allow ourselves to actually just drop into doing what we feel like doing, not what we think we should be doing. Because to get out of the programming that has been what's kept us just going, but just on the edge of reason in the old world that we left behind before lockdown, we're now resetting. We're moving beyond what was into something new. We're in the bridge. We're on the bridge ourselves. So we are building this bridge. We are building the new reality. And at the moment, we don't have the instructions yet. So we are downloading those instructions. That's why you may have been finding your body has been responding rather oddly. Hello, Anne. Hello, everyone. So perhaps you've been feeling hot and cold and really, really shivery one minute and really, really heavy the next minute. I know that a lot of people have been feeling really tired and really wired, not sleeping very well, lots of boogeymen in the night. Even I woke up this morning with a kind of a sense of something like trying to catch me. It was literally like a Darth Vader being, and it was like, oh, my shadow. And I know others have felt like this as well. So yeah, just let me know what's been going on for you, because we are shifting. We are shifting out of a carbon-based cellular structure to a crystalline-based cellular structure. And even if you totally can't resonate with that, we'll still continue with our 2 strands of human DNA, but we've got another 10 strands we're building of crystalline DNA, of energetic DNA, so that we can fully step into our divine human selves. So for those of you who don't know me and what I do, I support people to live as their higher selves. I teach them to live as their higher selves and to co-create their reality in alignment with the highest good of all and the win-win-win in everything. This is what I call divine grace, because for us to be powerful beings, we need to learn how to not abuse our power. And as you know, the abuse of power comes as no surprise. And power, what do they say? Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And we're getting lots of evidence of that coming to light on the planet around us at the moment. So even if you're not tuning into the news, even if you're not tuning into the standard narrative and the alternate narrative, we're feeling a disturbance in the field. We are feeling that things are shifting. You know, you've had some of the things I've actually been witness to in terms of what I've heard and seen, as Brad Pitt is talking about the terrible situation with child trafficking and sex trafficking in the US and around the world, and how it's a big thing. Many have been claiming that there've been cover-ups internationally with this. There's a pastor I heard talking about the CIA being involved in all of these trafficking scenarios, and I don't know to what extent, but I was listening to Trump yesterday talking about the fact that they're investigating all sorts of possibilities around this virus at the moment, including the potential of biological warfare, although he didn't confirm that, but he was saying they were looking at everything and they're going to have some solutions and answers soon. And then I don't know if you noticed, but the Pentagon, it was CNN and it was international news, that the Pentagon has admitted that they have footage that US Navy pilots took of unidentified flying objects 3 years ago. Okay, and this has now been in the mainstream media. Now, for me, and this is where I want to talk a little bit about judgment, because as truth is coming to light, people are moving into polarity again, judging good or bad, good or bad. And what happens with that is you keep moving into separation. We want to move into unified consciousness. Beltane is the heavens coming to the earth. At the moment, we are receiving the codes for our new earth paradigm. We need to be open. We need to be receptive. But what's happening in order for us to receive is we have to release what is not in alignment with the new earth paradigm codes. Okay. And that is the poison that has been in place of pleasure, because we've all been taught to have a negative association with our sexuality, a negative association with money or with power, a negative association with source. Like, we've been taught separation without even realizing it. It's been systemic. Okay. So judgment is something I talk about in my coaching work as the ultimate mother wound. And the reason it's the ultimate mother wound is, if you've ever been pregnant, you know you never stop judging yourself or the world around you. But equally, it is a situation where all of the feelings or the emotions that are embedded within us that we think are who we truly are ones that we have inherited. We spend 9 months in an incubator, our mother's womb. All right. Some of us a bit less time, some of us a bit more, but we spend this time in this space absorbing emotions in the form of hormonal responses. Our mother experiences the world around us. She has a physiological response to it, an emotional response to it, either enjoying what's going on, being indifferent to what's going on, or not being happy with and resisting what's going on. And we receive biofeedback all the time so we can build a profile to survive the world we're going to move into. So we inherit subconsciously the perceptions of our mother, even if we go against her beliefs, even if we go against the things that maybe she stands for. We've still been deeply programmed with them. So even if it's in your mindset, your dad was always the judge in your life. He spent time in a womb, right? We've all been spending this time. We said this is how it's been passed down from one generation to the other, and it's time for us to clear it. So what I'm inviting you to do, welcome everybody who's here, and I'll check what everyone's saying in a sec, but what I'm inviting you to do in preparation of the full moon in Scorpio, which, you know, it's not only a full moon, it's a super moon, right? Scorpio doesn't pack lightly. It's a deep punch, but Scorpio is also an amazing, like, wise energy. When you actually bring light to the shadow and you're willing to look deeply into the mystery of not knowing, of what is in the dark that hasn't been brought to light yet, and you're willing to embrace that journey, what you bring to light ultimately liberates you. So although the Scorpio energy is Saturnian and it's kind of restricted, that restriction creates freedom. Okay, so taking you back to the new moon where we seeded an energy, now we're receiving the codes, we're receiving everything we need to grow that energy, okay, to grow this idea of a new earth paradigm. When we get to the full moon next week, we're going to basically be celebrating the growth of those seedlings sprouting, okay, seeing some evidence of new life, new light, something different happening in the world in a positive way. But part of the process of being able to see that is to clear the perceptions, to clear the illusions that have stood in the way. And the illusion is separation. It's anything that makes you go into judgment. Okay, so whether you're judging a prime minister or a president, whether you are judging a technological advance, whether you are judging yourself or another being, at the moment it's important to remember everything is one. We are all one, and all we need to do is shift the focus from judgment to joy. We move out of the space of to what good can come from this? How can I be part of this solution? And the way we can all be part of the solution is to love up our own emotions. Okay, that is what anyone who's relating to me in this work will be asked to do. Some of you will feel more compelled to be part of pushing a wall down that's already coming down, but there's the light warriors, if you like, and the light workers. And so if you find you have quite a a desire for battle, just remember to transmute that anger to passion and to fuel the intention for a better world. Okay, intend that you remember in whatever pressure you're putting on the powers that seem to be holding this world together at the moment, that we want to be able to move through. We don't want to keep being in battle, so we want to hold those accountable, sure, but we don't want to get into a whole persecution, eye for an eye state. Okay, it's important that any energy on this planet that is not loving, that is not life affirming, is now contained and not allowed to thrive on this planet anymore. But the only way we can do that is if we do that in our own personal ecosystem. We notice the bits of us that are not pro-life and we love them up. Okay, we love up the destruction in us. So the destruction in us is the part of us that wants to hurt, wants to stay hurt, wants to stay in judgment, wants to stay in duality, wants to stay in a state where somehow we can keep feeding the victim consciousness that we are powerless. We're not powerless. If every one of us every day just sat there, even for 10 minutes, and just fed the love and light of the universe through our bodies into the earth, and we were all holding the intention of a peaceful planet, of a loving, thriving planet, that is what we will have. But we have to go through a process of purging and awakening, and the full moon is going to be anchoring the celebration at the same time, bringing the purge up and bringing the healing all in one. It's like a 3-in-1. So let's just see what everybody is saying, because I think I've talked about receiving lots of truth coming to light, easy to judge what we don't understand and what we haven't experienced. So, you know, I'll give you that example with the aliens that I was talking about. I went into a shop and I was like, yay, we finally had some disclosure. It's the start of disclosure. I was talking to the guy across the till. I was like, you know, the Pentagon's finally admitted that they have found UFO footage. They don't know what this footage is. They don't know what this craft is. And the guy's face, it was like terror. Now, I'm sure he's watched a million alien movies, but they're just movies as far as he's concerned. They're not real. So for the mass population, for people that are really not ready for this information, it's going to seem incredibly shocking. For those of us who've been aware of what's going on the underground for a long time, it's going to feel like a celebration. But for others, it's going to really feel quite terrifying. We need to be prepared to hold the energy for them. And then all of us are going to be called to attention as to what our job is, how we are part of that solution, supporting everybody to step into a higher octave, because that's how we will evolve the consciousness of the whole planet. What else? That's it. So let's just see what everyone else got here. Hey people. Yep. Hey Ashley, good to see you. Irina's bones are hurting. That's because there's ancestral clearing going on, Irina. So just allow yourself to receive the love light that wants to come to you. If there's ever a time to start doing the star salutation prosperity practice on my RozyGlow website, sign up. It's free. The practice helps you connect to your star family. We all need the codes from our star family right now. That's why it's a star salutation. Hot water in a well has to raise to feel the next level. Well, it's been a slow build in the tunnel before back to being streams. Inner faith is the glue. Absolutely. You're taking me where I want to go there, Ashley. Thank you. Rennie saying, exhausted, waking up again 3 a.m., doubting everything. My new roommate is moving in and I'm again doubting if we're going to get along. Yeah, so doubt is a form of judgment, Rennie. And this is the point. All forms of judgment are coming to light at the moment. So we just need to witness what our stories are. What are the forms of judgment we hold inside of us? Fear of persecution. I wrote some other ones down because there's loads of them. Where did I put it? I've written so many notes, you wouldn't believe it. But fear of persecution, fear of judgment, fear of condemnation. That's it. Fear of investigation, fear of being looked into. There are so many pointing fingers going on at the moment, but it's the way that we attack ourselves that we want to be aware of, and the way that we attack the world. If we can own that, if we can own how we attack ourselves and how we attack the world and what our expectations are, wonderful things can come from us just owning it. Hey Jid, good to see you. Everybody, hello. So Marta's feeling emotionally drained and very interesting things are coming up. Yeah, there's anger and grief at times too. It's all coming up. So what I invite you to do before next week, because the full moon is next Thursday, I'll let you know what time I'm going to do the co-creation meditation. Keep a note of the unpleasant stuff that's coming up. Don't be frightened of writing it down, okay? Because we're not going to energize that. We're going to clear that. The stuff that's coming up for you, you are purging for the collective around you as well. So the way that we get to feeling better is to bring up everything that's out of alignment with us feeling good all of the time. If you want to live as your higher self, as your fifth dimensional consciousness on this earth, you've got to clear out of you everything that keeps you in 3D consciousness, in victim consciousness, in struggle mode. So you bring light to it and it starts to come out. And as it comes out, we all get stuck in the story. So I'm inviting you not to get stuck in the story. You're just clearing it out. It's like, you know, when you decide to clear your cupboard and you're like, I'm going to get rid of loads of stuff. And then as you start to take things out, you're like, oh, I might wear that again. I'll put it back. Oh, that's nice. I might make a pillow out of it. Get rid of it, okay? Everything that needs to come out that doesn't bring you joy, it has to come out and it has to go. If it doesn't bring you joy, it doesn't stay. That's where it works, okay? Yeah, Oggy's been really judging myself about the dream you had 2 days ago, especially how I treated my... Yeah, but this is where forgiveness is key. So you realize you've been judging yourself. So one of the tools that we're working with is forgiveness. And I'm going to just go into that now so I don't keep you all forever. So... our intention is to turn judgment to joy. Okay, so first of all, in order to be able to do that, we have to own our judgments. So first preparationary thing you do is you keep a dialogue, you keep a diary of the judgments that are coming up for you about yourself, about others, about the world, about world leaders, about what's going to happen. Keep an inventory of the things that are coming up. Then you want to take yourself to joy, right? So what would be the opposite of that judgment? What if you judge yourself, what would it be like to do the opposite of judging yourself? So if you doubt yourself, what would it be like to actually truly believe in yourself? So I am enjoying choosing to believe in myself rather than I am doubting myself. I am enjoying choosing to believe in myself. I am enjoying choosing to forgive myself. I am enjoying choosing to support myself. I am enjoying choosing to love myself. Yeah, whatever it is, I am enjoying. That's how you take judgment to joy. But you have to know what the judgments are, and then you turn them to joy. The next thing is we want to turn poison to pleasure. So all the poison within us is within our blood. It's within our waters. So what is the poison that is held within you? What are the toxic thought forms, the toxic feelings that seem to rattle around in your brain? They might not have anything specifically to do with judgment, but they could be other things, like we said, grief that you're holding on to, but actually it just makes you feel terrible. Anger that you hold on to, but that anger allows you to justify the hurt that you've previously felt. Are you willing to forgive? If you are willing to forgive, then you can turn the poison into pleasure, because everything that's happened in our life to this day is happening to help us to evolve our soul consciousness. So we move out of a place where we feel as though life is happening to us, and we realize that whether we're conscious of it or not, we are always co-creating our reality. What we learn to do when we realize this is to stop co-creating from our subconscious programming that is bringing us the same experience again and again that we don't want, and from our blood memory, cellular memory, and we choose to reprogram, to detoxify, reprogram the subconscious and activate our superconscious. And this is exactly what I do through my coaching. This is what multidimensional coaching is. It's doing the clearing work and then learning to live as your new self. That's what's important. We can do the clearing work, but if we don't know how to live as our new selves and to really see through those eyes and prepare for our life and our future with those eyes, we reverse back to our old programming. We revert back to it because that's what we know. So you've got to keep building the bridge, and keep inviting higher frequencies to stay with you. So keep connected to your soul tribe and your star family. What else? Here we go. This is it. I said, yeah. Move out of right and wrong. Remember that time is another form of judgment. Past, present, future. Well, it's like time is now. Everything is now. So allow now to be the moment that you choose to let go of something that is no longer serving you. So all you have to do is make a choice. And another thing that a beautiful experience in my own life that allowed me to think, oh yeah, life has got my back. And it's like the welcome serendipity in. Welcome the idea that something good can come from something bad. Okay, so actually my example, like there was a bit of stress in my home as my partner was trying to help me to set up for my classes last night, and anyway, what we thought we were doing turned into something completely different. But what it turned into was something even better than we had intended before. And it was like we needed that setup, but I didn't know we needed that setup. And we needed to just go through that process to realize this was the right thing, even though it didn't seem like it on the surface. So how about you hold the vision of everything is working out even better than I can imagine right now. I am open to the idea that everything is happening and is happening for the highest good, and it's going to work out even better than I can imagine right now. Serendipity is this whole blessing in disguise. Yeah, it's something coming that was unexpected, but is a beautiful gift, and often it comes from something you thought wasn't going to be. So allow the good fortune. Best advice is unplug from everything. This is what my guides told me. Just unplug from everything. Just allow yourself permission to pull back in all ways. And I was thinking to give you a couple of little practices to work with. What have I got here? We don't avoid or suppress pain, and neither go looking for it. Okay, that's an important message for you. We're not looking to avoid pain. Okay, when it comes up, we own it. This is what we're experiencing it. We don't want to wallow in it. Okay, once it's there, you work with it, you bring it to light, you love it up through the sphere of compassion, and then you get on with your day. Okay, don't go looking for pain, because you will find it. Don't go looking for trouble, because you will find it. You are an infinite being of love and light. You've got loads of experiences in your back history that you could pull up on. So look for pleasure and you will find pleasure. Look for pain and you will find pain. Look for joy and you will find joy, right? What you will find, though, on the way to the things you do want is your resistance to those things. So that's why we love things up. So did I bring my little sphere with me? I did. Here it is. Okay. So hopefully you can see that. That is what I call a sphere of compassion, which is like a flower of life formation sphere. It's a multi-dimensional sphere. We work with these in the new moon and full moon co-creation meditations when I run them on YouTube. And what you can do with this as a practice to support you is whenever you are experiencing judgment, whenever you're experiencing an unpleasant emotion, imagine you have one of these all around you. And then imagine you have one of these in front of your face. So they're multidimensional and they're holographic. So they will expand as much as they need to so that they can contain everything that short and sweet. And you can, record this on your phone if you want. Just put your voice memo thing on so you've got it, and you can use it whenever you need to. Okay. So just remember that formation. It's a flower of life. You have an earth chakra. The center of each flower is your earth chakra. Each one of us has one. And this formation is the crystalline grid around the earth. Okay. So we're going to plug into our earth chakras because this is a very important part of us clearing this stuff right now. And the unicorns are coming in to support us to accept magic in our lives. I know it sounds a bit bonkers, but they are magical creatures, and what they do is they are here to help us bridge the world between the seen and the unseen, and to remember our power. Magic wand, okay? So, just sit with me for a moment, rub your hands, make a little shake. Yeah, Ho'oponopono, amazing. How can one forgive things that are not in our control? What's happening now and all the lies? It's a good question. Basically, bring your hands to your heart. So, the lies are coming to light, Marta. So the celebration is that the lies are being revealed. Truth is being revealed. So this is where we can actually welcome truth and be grateful about what's happening. We have to forgive, because if we don't forgive, we hold the toxic emotion inside of us. So when someone has transgressed, when someone has caused pain to another, when there is a desire for world domination or control or whatever, and to suppress all of humanity, that is going to bring up emotions in us. Our job is to love up those emotions, because if you believe in the microcosm and macrocosm, you will see that the enemy is within. Okay, I read it in someone's WhatsApp today. The Lord said to love. The Lord said to love your enemy. So I started to love myself. And it's inside of us. There is a part of us that wants to annihilate everything we know. We might not realize that, but anything we experience on the outside, if we can own it on the inside, this is where the power comes for us to shift not just our own self, but the collective reality. Because if you stay in a state of anger and rage and judgment, that's all that you are projecting around you. So all that happens is we create more situations, because we are all co-creators of our reality, that will be triggering feelings of judgment, persecution, blame, anger, rage, all the same of it. So the way that you can forgive is to use a sphere of compassion to transmute lower frequency energies into higher frequency energies. Let's give it a go now, because what we want is to be part of the solution, not the problem. Yeah. Let's just take a deep breath in. Take a moment to close your eyes and really settle into your pelvic floor. Like breathe down into your pelvic floor. Breathe into your heart again. And breathing out, send the breath down through the body, down into the earth. And take a moment just to relax into the idea that it is safe to be here. You're exactly where you're meant to be. It is totally safe to be here right now. And imagine a big sphere of compassion surrounding you. Make it as big as the room that you're in. And at the same time, lift your chest and be ready to welcome your I am present. So bring one hand on top of the other. And then please repeat after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am free. I am aligning with Earth's ascension paradise timeline. I am choosing to co-create with grace and ease. I am aligning with my higher self. I am that I am. So now keep your hands where they are. You can release them, place them down by your side, and just imagine for a moment that your heart expands with light. And that light gets sent down through your body into your earth chakra and around the planet. And at the same time, it goes up through your heart, up through the crown of your head, up through our sun to the original source of all that is. So we anchor down into the center of Mother Earth, and we anchor up into the source of all that is. So we are bridging heaven and earth. And we recognize our divinity as our higher selves, as our soul selves. And just for a moment, allow yourself to be a conduit of the purest vibrations of love and light, of all the most supportive, loving frequencies that exist in the multiverse and our universe, flowing through the crown of your head, through all of the stargates, through the crown of your head, all the way down your body, and spinning into your earth chakra. So your earth chakra is now being seeded with your starseed consciousness, with your divine human consciousness, and it's spinning faster and faster and faster until it's at its energetic optimum, and then it bursts that light around the planet, sending these codes around the planet through the crystalline grid and then right into the center of Mother Earth. And you can imagine you're holding the heart of Mother Earth. Within that beautiful space, there is only love. There is only paradise. There is only peace. There is only thriving. Let yourself energize this. So how much would we be grateful to live in a world that we really feel safe in? What can we appreciate about our beautiful planet now? How much compassion can we cultivate for the suffering that's gone on? And the ignorance that has caused this suffering, how much can we forgive? Can we find it within us to accept and forgive? And as you feel Gaia's heart responding to this desire to bring this love light to the earth, to be this love light in our hearts, breathe it up through your body again. And let it spread out above, below, front, back, side to side. Now you're being infused, we all are, with higher frequency energies. Our star families, our guides, our teachers, the source of all, reminding us of what it feels like to be in our hearts. So create a sphere in front of your face now and allow yourself to release any and all judgments you've been holding towards yourself, towards others, towards the injustices in the world, towards the people. Like, put everyone in the sphere that you have unforgiveness towards. Everyone, from world leaders to the virus to even the entity of the lockdown. Just put it all in there. Put the boogeyman that keeps you chasing your shadow, the fear that something's going to come and get you. Put the rage, put the feeling like you have no power in this into the sphere. Put the world that you carry on your shoulders in the sphere. And just keep allowing all of the poison and all of the judgment that exists within you to be released into that sphere. You don't even have to name it. You'll know it's done because what then comes through is pure infinite love. So as you are cleared, all that goes into the sphere is liquid love light. You've purged from your body, and now this liquid love light, that's pure clear light. It's not got a color. It's just a clear, bright, translucent love light. And it restores all of that density to 0 point, raw creative energy. Now invite, the unicorns want to come in. So this is a violet, it's called the diamond fire. Just invite a violet flame to come down, which has these diamond speckles in it. And this allows us to shift our frequency consciousness from 3D, 4D to 5D. So pull the violet flame through you, around the planet. And from your heart, send it into the sphere. You may see like a whole load of little fairies and unicorns flying around in there. If you don't worry, it might just be shimmering, shining, glitter, sparkles. We want to believe in our power, we want to believe in our magic, but we have to drop the density that's trying really hard to stay with us. You know, when you go da-da or abracadabra, it's like believing in the capacity to transmute one thing into another. That's it. Well done. And just allow yourself to imagine within the sphere now is everything you need to trust this process and to keep bringing love to the darkness within you, to keep bringing love to what is unloved. For all the suffering that's going on in the world, feel the pain that you feel the distress, but bring love to it. Do this process for every bit of suffering you hear about, every bit of suffering that triggers for you a belief in pain and struggle. Just let all of that be released from you. Let your heart have a healing. Put your heart in the sphere in front of you. Put the foggy head and the tiredness and the achy bones, the anxiety. Just put it all in the sphere. And give permission for whatever you most need now to be revealed to you. And by that I mean, what is it that's going to make you feel safe? You're allowed to have it. It's Beltane. What do you need to be pregnant with? What do you want to be gestating, growing inside of you? What are the feelings you want to grow inside of you? The emotions. Just imagine that they're in that sphere, that they're waiting for you. And all you have to do is identify how you want to feel, even if the world around isn't there yet, how you want to feel. And create a golden bridge from your heart into the sphere. And let that sphere expand all around you. And it's almost as though we're liberating the feminine. We're liberating the wounds that every woman that's carried a baby has brought forward with her. We're liberating that sense of burden and of heavy, how do you put it? The burden we've all carried in knowing we've contributed to this. Just lifting that burden. Lifting the judgment of good and bad. And knowing that as we bring these higher frequencies into us, we feel differently in ourselves, even if the world around hasn't changed. But because we feel differently, we start to see signs of what we want to grow, of what we want to energize. And we direct our attention there. And the very boogeymen and scary things going on around start to disappear because they're not energized. They don't get given the energy that sustains them. So give yourself permission to do exactly what you need, to ask for what you need. And give it to yourself. And as you absorb all this energy in, notice the parts of you that are most connected. Press your fingertips together but palms apart and notice where your attention goes. Where your attention goes is where your energy is currently being balanced and harmonized. It's where things are shifting. So trust in the higher frequencies. Trust in the source of all that is. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself back. So I command an axiotonal alignment with these higher frequency energies for everyone taking part in this co-creation. When you're ready, please repeat after me. I command this process activating my earth chakra. I am activating my connection to my highest consciousness. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize. Physical reality and all dimensions of my being in space and time. And so it is, and so it shall be. Just before you come back, place a platinum shield around your sphere. Just imagine the platinum flame. It's a frequency of the Divine Mother, your violet flame, and around the infinite love. And know you are safe. You're only allowing in frequency to help you to harmonize with your higher self. Slowly breathe yourself back, breathing in and out through your feet. The point that you can open your eyes. Well done. So let me know you're back. Well, longer than I anticipated to be here, but it's an illusion. So welcome back, my lovely ones. Happy Friday. Happy Beltane. May all the things that you desire for yourself and for the world around us be seeded now. Get pregnant with it, all right? Do your duty. Do your duty to gestate this new earth state, the world that we want. And anything we don't want, put it in the sphere and love. Let me know how you are, those of you who are still with me. And remember, if you're watching this at another time, it'll be the perfect time for you to watch it. Just trust. You can come back to it anytime you like. Hey, Mia, good to see you. Hey, Helen. So anyone who wants to share any last minute experiences, please do. And I'm just going to remind you to allow the emotions to rise, but don't get stuck in the story. Good. Feeling hope and clearer. Good. You have to keep anchoring like this. Okay. So remember, there's a meditation on this channel that is the 11:11 meditation, which is you can tune in 11:11 a.m., 11:11 p.m. It's not too long. And it just allows you to reconnect with everybody who is building this new earth paradigm. I'm not personally going live at 11:11 every day. Good. Glad you felt grounded. Good. The soft pink is really around us. Okay. I'm wearing rose quartz at the moment, and it just wants to allow us to let go. We just have to let go. So judge nothing, including you judging yourself. Have fun. And I will announce next week when I'm going to be doing the full moon meditation. I anticipate it'll be some point on Thursday morning, but it might be Wednesday ahead of the moon peaking. So heart was beating, the transformational judgment to love is really healing. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Don't get in the story. When you hear the story being played out in your head, put it in the sphere, love it up. Good. Do that. Do that. Remember, if you go onto my website, Mia, RozyGlow.com, and you sign up for the star salutation, there's like a tapping for love, tapping for money, tapping for vibrant health. There's some I am statements there. And I tend to do these I am statements every new moon and full moon. They're a little bit different each time, but they're there for you. Okay. So this is how we activate our superconscious. Just remember, part of the process is resistance will come up. Don't get stuck in the resistance. It's just clearing. You are aligning. You're guaranteed that you are aligning with your divine design timeline. Okay. All of you. So video every Friday for you. Obviously, we're doing live streams at the moment because things are a little bit different. But anything you want me to cover, just let me know. If there's a video you'd like me to make or something you'd like me to share multidimensional perspectives on, let me know. And if you want more tips and tools and stuff, let me know. And I'm doing online yoga now as well. Check it out on RozyGlow. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots and lots of love. Take care. Bye now. Take care.